Good morning, everyone. You probably are a little bit surprised to see a different layout. And you all know I normally don't make these type of videos, but I had been wanting to make this for a while, and I actually finally got around to finding the materials last night, and I made it. And when I sent a picture to one of my friends, she got really excited and was, saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to make my own." And then it got me thinking that some of you actually in YouTube would like to see this. So that's why you are seeing this type of video from me. Let me go ahead and tell you what this is. I can't take credit for it because Anne from Anne or Shine is where I learned about this DIY. And I think she used it for like jewelry. I actually use it in the bathroom for my skincare and some of my makeup products. But hers, and I'll link her channel in the description bar, but her DIY was a little bit more complicated in the sense that she just took some plates. I took a dinner plate and a salad plate, and then she spray painted it and took a wine goblet for the stem. I actually didn't. I used a textured tall glass tumbler. But I saw her video, I would say, a few months ago, and since I saw it, I was thinking, oh my gosh, that would be so great, because what I used to have in place of this was my Birchbox. Can you all see this? And I had this opened up like this, like so, and then I had all those products that are on the little stand in these boxes, and then the boxes were just right here. But I knew that I wanted to eventually do something like that. It was just a matter of finding plates. And all the plates that I have at home are really nice plates. And so I didn't want to use any of those and ruin them, especially since they're part of a set and all of that stuff. So a while back, I had seen a sales section at Target for plastic plates. And so I thought, oh, that might be nice, because plastic is safer. At least that way there's no concern about breaking or shattering or things like that. But when I looked at the Target plates, I just didn't like any of the designs. And if I did like a design, there would only be like a salad plate or a dinner plate, and there wasn't really a matching set. And then there was also the issue of, what do I do for the stem? Well, last night as I was coming home from work, I had a few minutes that I dropped by 99 Cent Store to pick up a few items for a senior banquet that we're going to be having at church for the youth seniors who are graduating from high school. And I happened to walk through the glassware set, or their home section, and I happened to see matching salad and dinner plates. And I don't know if you guys can see this. You can see it here, but it's a textured plate. And there were plain ones, but I just didn't like how it was just a little bit too plain. And so, yeah, I mean, this whole system, if you will, only cost me about $3. $1 for this, $1 for this, and $1 for this. And so I was able to find salad dinner and the tall glass tumbler that had kind of a texture look to it, so you can kind of see that there's this texture. And instead of going for a wine goblet, which Anne had done in her video, I wanted a little bit more stability in mine, so I opted for the tumbler. Well, anyway, so long story short, brought it home, washed it, and then you just hot glue gun it. And she had suggested using a really good hot glue gun. I ended up just getting, from previous craft projects, I have one of those like dinky little hot glue guns that I ended up getting from dollar store, and then the glue sticks, I ended up getting some from 99 Cent Store. So anyway, I used those, and they seem to work fairly well. It's pretty steady, stable. It's not gonna, fall apart or anything on me at any point. And I thought it would just be a great way. I did think about super gluing it, but super gluing is pretty much a permanent fix, whereas I feel like with this hot glue gun, at least the glue sticks that I use, I think if later on I want to, disassemble this little system, I should be able to without too much trouble with the glue sticks that I've used. But anyway, as you can see, it gives it a nice, I don't know, everything is in one place. There's some height to it. Hopefully you can see it on the video and it doesn't look so overwhelmingly crowded. But I thought I would kind of show this here in case some of you were looking for a neater system of, organizing your makeup and skincare products, especially with all those, subscription services that we all, subscribe to. So what I'm going to be doing is keeping the Birchbox for, my foil packets, and I'll just put that aside in one of my cupboards. So now, some of you, this is actually not glued in. You can see it shifting. And this is just a temporary fix. Some of you may recognize this is the plastic jar from my, I think it was my April monthlies maybe. But I've always told you I like recycling, reusing, and, not throwing things, so that it becomes, part of the landfill. So I needed a big container, and I thought, oh, instead of using, mugs, this might be, which I can use for drinking, this might be a good way to utilize this, at least temporarily, until I can empty one of my Bath and Body Works candles. Let me see if I can pull one of these out. And then at that point then, once I've emptied it and it's clear, then what I'm going to do is either hot glue gun that so it's a permanent thing, or just place it on top so that it looks nicer than what it looks like right here. And then I had some of these glass pebbles left over from a project, and so I stuck that in there. That way these can find a little bit more stability as I stick them in the jar. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I did want to show you, I know that Misha was kind of interested. So, I ended up, this is the current one that I am burning, Cedar or Cider Lane. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is once I finish using this, this will get cleaned and then, get placed on top for a nice finished system look. But do you see this little teddy bear on top? This is an idea that I also got from Anne. And there's this one particular video where she gives you a number of really great ideas on what to do with these jars so that they don't go to waste. And there was one where she took 6 and hot glue gunned them so that they looked like they were a pyramid. And it looked so great because she was able to put some of her craft products like pencils, lipsticks in each of the little containers. They looked fabulous. She had them standing like this way. And she had like 6 of them piled on top of each other and glue gunned them. It was fabulous. My only problem is I take a long time burning my candles, so it takes forever. And then, I was telling Misha the other day that I had tried freezing these because one of the DIYs in YouTube suggested freezing the candles once it had burned down to here, right? Once it burns down, you have just a little bit left. And then that way when you freeze it and then you try to break the wax out of the jar, the wax is more inclined to come out in better chunks. Well, I did that for one of my candle jars, and maybe I did it a little bit too forcefully, but I broke it. So ever since then, what I'll do is, once I realize the candle is burning pretty low, I'll just keep an eye on it, and as soon as it burns out, I'll drain the hot wax actually onto an existing candle, and then that way I end up using the wax from that as well as cleaning out this jar. But anyway, the reason why I mentioned this is it's such a cute little thing, and it's a great way to, I super glued it, it's a great way to just lift and close your candle jars. And what I'm hoping to do ultimately is, in Anne's video, she ended up having these cute little ceramic birds instead of my little teddy bear, but I actually just had a little teddy bear, one of these little accessories lying around from a leftover craft project, and so I thought, oh, this might be just cute to have a little teddy bear. But I just thought this would be such a great idea for once it's cleaned out to put cotton swabs or cotton balls, and then you can line them in your bathroom. For little kids, especially with cute little things, for boys you can definitely, hot glue gun like a Hot Wheels, car or whatnot. But it's a great place to put like Pokemon cards, or I know that Sarah's oldest really is into Pokemon, so you could put Pokemon cards here. I'll probably use these as cotton swabs and cotton balls. Currently, right now, my cotton balls and cotton swabs are in a plastic canister, but I always feel like glass is so much better. And then once I'm done and I have more, I'm going to be using these for those little paper clips, because not the small paper clips, but these, because I use tons of these as a teacher. I'm always clipping, students' papers together and things like that, so it'll be perfect to just fit in here. That way they're easily accessible. But anyway, I've talked too long. I thought that this would be something that you guys might like to see. Let me go ahead and give you kind of a farther look. That way you can actually see what this thing looks like. And hopefully this gives you an idea. You can tell that, hopefully you can tell that it's cleaned up a lot of counter space. So that's it, everyone. Thanks. Let me know if you have any other great ideas. Bye.